G'day folks, just thought I'd give you a little quick second part to last night's video. I know a lot of you quite enjoyed it. A few dislikes on it. It's probably one of my most, or if not the most disliked video, and I can't blame you. Politics is a dirty subject and not everyone agrees on it. That's why I've deleted pretty much all of my political videos, and I'll probably end up deleting these too. I just wanted to elaborate on a few things. Some of you thought I might be saying we should just wreck the planet and forget about all environmental concerns. That's not the case. I do have concern for, say, ripping down all of the rainforests or dumping oil in any open storm drain, shit like that. Dumping lots of nasty refrigerant, that sort of thing is just not particularly good. I do condemn that sort of activity to a degree. I mean, sometimes you have to knock down a little bit of rainforest to get some valuable resources, but replant it as you go along. Let things recover. So I'm not a big anti-environment monster. I don't want to level everything on the planet just for the resources that sit underneath it. But there's a bit of give and take in the industry. It's like the mining and lumber industry. They still reforest the areas. The EPA keeps pretty close watch on them, and that's about it. They don't have to pay silly taxes for each vehicle and other shit like that because they run on diesel and other stuff. But that's getting a bit too far, and that's what I was really getting to, is how far the environmental taxing thing goes. Like, politicians are using it to gain power, they're using it to make lots of money for their regime, and it's just getting a little bit silly. So that's what I was talking about when I said not focusing so much on environmental concerns. It's just, yeah, put it into high technology stuff if you will, but I'd really like to see auto manufacturers moving away from these inefficient, well, chemically inefficient hybrids and things like that, and say build a new car, nice and shiny and stylish, like a new RAV4 or a new Nissan Dualis or whatever it is, but use technology from the late 70s or something, like when cars were basic and had carburetors on them. That would be really cool. Use proper sheet metal. Okay, plastic front bumpers because it's hard to press sheet metal into elaborate shapes, but yeah, keep the plastics and crap to a minimum. Use real leather and real wood, thick steel, basic carpets. You don't need tons of plastic sound deadening and crap. That would be something I'd really like to see instead of this overemphasis on super high-tech, battery-powered, hybrid, whatever the hell you call it. Because that technology doesn't last very long, and by the time your average Joe can afford a hybrid, it's pretty much worn out. The battery pack's almost stuffed, if not due for replacement at a cost of like $8,000 or so, $8,000 to $12,000, and nobody wants to do that, so they just get scrapped anyway. I've heard of more than a few hybrids getting scrapped early on in life simply because no one wanted to buy a new battery for it. Where's the point of that? Well, that's enough for now, I suppose. I think I've touched on everything. The only real issue I noticed was people, A, didn't agree with me liking George W. Bush, which I can understand. He wasn't the best. None of them really are. And B, the environmental thing. So no, I'm not an environmental destroyer. I don't dump my waste oil down the storm drain or anything like that. It's just common sense. People seem to have lost their common sense and their sense of objectivity, and yeah, they're just taking the environmental thing too far. They're using it as a means to control people rather than simply keep the environment looking pretty, which we were doing about 30 or 40 years ago. So yeah, let's focus on the big things. A nice space race, or race to cure cancer or something like that. Torek suggested curing cancer, so we've got to go with that. Yeah, bring it on. Bring on the new old technology, I'll call it. Make old technology new again, but don't go over the top with the electronics and failure modes, which are almost pretty much built into everything. So yeah, thanks for watching.